What do you do when you've gotten all dressed up? And maybe you either don't have time to spray and mist fragrance or put perfume oil in your hair, or maybe you already have, or maybe you were just in a rush and you forgot it altogether. Today we shall discuss and answer the question, should you put lotion in your hair? And if so, under what circumstances? Let's chat. I was thinking about this literally because today I had to do this. I know this is on this last leg. And so let's just go back to the stigma of putting lotion in your hair. There are two different types of lotion that can come remotely close to being put in your hair. You're talking to somebody that has experimented bunches. There's hair lotion, like the pink luster hair lotion. Y'all know what I'm talking about. For those that know, y'all don't live in the urban areas, or maybe the suburban areas that have that store in the neighborhood. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the pink hair lotion. Then we have our regular baby lotion, or maybe this representing the more slightly expensive ones, like the Bath Body Works, Victoria Don't Tell Nobody. And there's always a stigma. Correct me if I'm wrong. How I grew up is you don't put lotion in your hair. There's a stigma attached to putting regular lotion in your hair and it messing up your hair. What I have found since my hygiene game and my hygiene routines and me learning, because I'm still learning, what I found is that there's a couple factors that you have to look at when it comes to putting lotion in your hair. Number one, it is possible. Number two, you have to know which type to put in your hair. And number three, you have to pay attention to the ingredients. You're still wondering. You still have some questions, don't you? It's okay. It's all right. So for hair lotion, and I believe I have that here on my mental por favor. Not nowhere. So I thought it was just sitting in there. Anywho, pink luster hair lotion. It oils the scalp, it moisturizes your hair, whether your hair is a fresh style, whether you're trying to maintain one like this, maybe a protective style. The problem I found with that is if you have any abrasions on your scalp, if you have scratched your scalp in any way, shape, or form, then pay attention to the ingredients before you even think about splattering it into your hand out of the nozzle. Because most of the time, that pink lotion, even in generic versions, which are based on the original OG pink luster lotion, y'all know what I'm talking about. For those that know, if you don't, look it up after you watch the video. It has an alcohol content. So if you have any abrasions on your scalp, you've scratched it recently prior to application. And so in that way, it moisturizes the scalp, but then it's not moisturizes your hair, but it's not beneficial to your scalp. Same thing can happen here with regular body care lotion. I wasn't even thinking about it until after I'd done it. You can put a regular body lotion, scented lotion like this in your hair, but you have to look at a couple factors. Number one, is your hair in a protective style? Number two, have you applied deep conditioner, preferably leave-in conditioner? And so in order to know that, you have to primarily know what your hair type is. If it's high porosity, meaning it holds product, you don't have to reapply it often. You could put something in it like a deep conditioning hair mask. And then when it comes out of it, it still retains the moisture and your hair is repaired. Your scalp remains oiled and greased. Or do you apply products and then it just absorbs away, or it sits on top of the hair but never absorbs and repairs and caters to the hair shaft. It's hygiene, but hygiene for your hair. A couple things you got to pay attention to. And then you have to look at the alcohol content. So here, this is Bath and Body Works. This has alcohol. So if you are, the number one rule to know, if you're going to go the route of applying scented body lotion like Bath and Body Works, which represents this whole category of scented body lotions of any scent. I just happen to have pumpkin here. And I want it to smell like pumpkin. I want my hair to smell like pumpkin, not just me and my skin. Number one rule is look for alcohol. Number two, don't apply it to your scalp. Don't, or you're gonna, because that's going to make your scalp susceptible, even if it's not sensitive and your scalp is a, you know, if your scalp is the real OG, it's a real thug. You could nearly, it can nearly take any type of abrasion or any type of rough handling of your scalp. You still want to take precautions, because you just never know. You just never know. Alcohol does something to abrasions, and recently, you know, messed with skin and scratched skin, because then it's irritated, and that can open up, you know, little areas for it to sting once that alcohol hits you. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Once you've determined that, get as much as you can get out this bottle. I happen to be on the last leg of this. You hear that? I don't like that. I didn't like that. I ain't like that. That's with body lotions. We know alcohol is in this. Do not apply it to the scalp under any condition. You begin to massage this into your hands until it's nearly clear and absorbed into your hands, but not all the way. So you just want it to glisten, be at this level. Now you want to take and split your hair, whatever hairstyle it is. And you can still apply this to, if you're wearing a lace wig, you just have to use a less amount. So that way you could still have the fragrance of the lotion in your hair, even if it's a wig or bundles. But you're not excessively applying it as if this lotion is for hair too. You want to take one hand and run it through just very lightly. And see what's happening here is because I have splattered it in my hands, rubbed it throughout my hands until it was clear. Now there's an even distribution between both hands of the lotion. That way I have an even distribution of the scent as I apply it through my hair. And I'm also not excessively using it. If I squirt it out once, split it between both hands, and allow it to nearly become totally absorbent, almost there, and then put it in here. And if you notice, I'm not touching my scalp. I'm not touching my scalp at all. That's the goal, because this has alcohol in it, and we need it not to touch the scalp. So that way we don't open up our scalp that could be recently scratched. Even if you forgot you scratched your scalp, you still don't need to touch your scalp, because if it touches your scalp and it has alcohol in it, even a hint of it, even if it's down towards the bottom of the list of ingredients, you're going to get a reminder, because it's going to sting and open up that very area like, you scratched here. You had some abrasion here in your scalp right here. And you forgot, didn't you, sis? You forgot. You forgot, didn't you? And then you just allow the natural draft in the room or outside, which would be to your advantage, to just dry down the lotion in your hair, and the scent should be lightly distributed and fragranced throughout your hair. So that way, when you walking through, or the draft of the air picks up when you go outside, or you walk past someone, you're indoors, they can still smell what you've put on, and you've not damaged your hair. You've not allowed it to touch your scalp, and you're still protecting your scalp. But put on deep conditioner first, some kind of protective layer, some moisturizer on your hair first prior to doing the lotion. Now, I didn't do that tonight because I was in a rush. But protective styles, it's okay to do this with synthetic hair, because synthetic hair is going to work to your advantage with this particular tip, because it holds anything. So if you go and get your hair done and get it with synthetic hair, and you go and fry chicken, unfortunately for synthetic hair, and not only hold good scents, it hold the other scents too. You walk around and you fry chicken, your hair gonna smell like fried chicken. Then you nearly have to wash it or perfume it or do something to detox the hair for it to get back to smelling how it was before you fried the chicken. So you just have to be really mindful if you have a protective style with synthetic hair, because whatever scent you put on it, it'll hold it. So that means if you around somebody and they puff, they frying chicken, They got certain seasonings around. You walk into the kitchen and it's a whole cloud of cooking smoke and it smells good. Your hair gonna walk around. You gonna walk around. Your hair smell like dinner after you've done it. Days later, if you don't detox or shampoo it out of your hair. So it is possible. It's just a method of application that you have to follow through with. Same thing with this EOS. This is more oil based, but it still has alcohol. Most body washes. Most body lotions are oil based and most of them have alcohol throughout it. Body lotion. Squirt it in your hand. Evenly distribute it throughout your hand until it's nearly absorbent and looks very glistening, very oil-like on your hands. Then take and split your hair down the middle if you're able to, and evenly distribute it with one hand that has that half of lotion on it, and then do it with the other hand likewise. And then allow the natural air, the natural draft of air inside or outside, wherever you apply, to just dry. And you have perfumed hair. Don't let it touch your scalp. And you're safe. Maybe you feel in the lotion a little bit better, the fragrance of that. Whatever the story is, you can apply lotion in your hair. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then on either side, see what I did there? There's going to be a playlist for you all to enjoy. And until next time, I think I'm going to try to finish up using this tonight because it's on its last leg. Love you. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient. It is kind. It does not envy or boast. And it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad. And it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,